Welcome back. We are continuing our journey on this wonderful Python. Episode 11. It's getting serious. It's getting the test of motivation and test of keeping it consistent is getting really serious because it's getting really a lot of information, and I feel like not enough practice. Every time there is an exercise so far, if there was an exercise, I despair, because I just sit down and I just I know how triggered I can get and how lost I am, and because I don't want to use help, so I get stuck. And I sort of I have a despair of any upcoming exercises so far. But when it works, it's nice, obviously. So there is some, yeah. I mean, during the week, I even today I was like, I don't have mood. I don't want to do this. But you know what we said at the beginning? We just finish this book and then we decide. This is the task. We're gonna finish the book itself. And maybe it will all fall into place at some point. Also, don't overload yourself. So this is one of my doubts, that so far 1 hour a day I spend on it. And for example, that 1 hour a day, sometimes all it was doing, like, to go to like in one chapter, just to like I write this down and I try to really like test it out. Like 1 hour is really quick and you don't feel like you progress enough. But if you keep it every single day, you know the drill. So we just keep doing that. So 11, like 12, at 12 I will log out. I have to do something. I have to check out a flat, and then I can come back and continue, probably. Yeah, let's review what happened on the week, basically, if I can even remember. So yeah, this one was good. This one was horrible. So and I don't think this is even the right one. Yeah, absolutely not. This is some fake. Yeah, I tried to organize my. Yeah, one thing I renamed a couple of files because they were quite negative. So this is also something you should, you know, open mind. Even if you're frustrated, don't really rage in your file names. You got this. So what was the where I needed to ask the help of my colleague? All right. Yeah, I think all right was it. Yeah, that was the one. And yeah, I think that was this one it. And basically, more or less, I got it right. The thing that was confusing to me. Can we just play this file? Thank you. What is the name of the file anyway? mbox.txt. Yeah, see? So the result should be. I don't want to go through this again. Let's quickly go back. I didn't even put the results here. Yeah, okay. God damn it, get game. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So see, I think the result here is 89412. Yes. So the reason why I was like, this is not working. Why is it not working? And I got the result, right? I got this far. And then because here it's like calculated up. I don't even, how do you say this in normal way? This is the place where the lack of math knowledge really shines, because I was stuck here. I didn't understand why the number is not the same, but it was the same. It literally is the same, right? It's just the only difference is, yeah, that this is, I don't know the name. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. Wow, this looks quite different actually. Anyway, the point is, I made it work. This is working. I don't know what I want to try to tell you with this, but felül van kerekítve a szám. Ez felülkerekítés. Tehát ez a szám, ez itt ugyanaz, csak felül van kerekítve. Itt meg az egész szám van. És erre van egy művelet. I just said it in Hungarian, but the point is, we got this. Let's move on. Let's move on. Then we had the next exercise, Nana Boo Boo. And this was really funny because here I got stuck at some point because for some reason I thought, so here, file cannot be opened, F name, right? We're gonna print the name of the input. And I thought, if file name is the Easter egg, we should also still during the Easter egg we should print the file name, and the file name should be converted with a method to upper. And I was like, what the fuck? And of course it didn't print it because it's gonna just, so if you try to convert upper, something like this, it's not gonna do it. I think this is also, of course, a question. Why it doesn't work? This is like a question for, that's the thing, like everything is, if something is working and it's okay, there's still like many questions, like why it doesn't work. There is something with, if you convert a method, if you try to use a function or a method on a string, it's not gonna like convert it into upper. It's just gonna show you the header file, I guess. Maybe it's in the testing. Anyway, I just want to continue, okay? That's all I want to do, because that's what triggers me really. Like, I have a bunch of questions, of course, comes up, which is unclear, and I could spend time, but I just really want to see the end of the book. And who knows, maybe we finish and then we can go to the back and then repeat the whole process, and then it's gonna all, I mean, repetition is the mother of learning. Let's go back to the lists. Let's go and let's prepare to have our mind blown again. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's the thing. That's the real thing. Like, each chapter you continue, you leave each chapter, you go to the next one, and you left with more questions than answers and more confusion. And then you are like, no, even like more knowledge, even more stuff, when I'm not even clear about what happened before. And that's exactly what happened at 42 as well. This is what I felt like. We just finished. I'm trying to slightly understand something, and then we are jumping into the next one, and it's like, anyway, what do we know about lists so far? It's a sequence of values, and there are elements in them, and if you check the length, it's still gonna be 3. You can use mutable, what the fuck that means anyway. But yeah, you can use indexing, you can manipulate lists as much as you feel like it. This is really fucked up. This is horrible when I first wrote it down. Okay, yes, cool. So let's go. List and strings. So join. Join is the inverse of split. It takes a list of strings and concatenates the elements. Join is a string method, so you have to invoke it on a delimiter, on the delimiter, and pass the list as a parameter. This is where I actually get confused. Like, what is the, because as I started, of course, I wanted to take notes. I didn't want to skip. That was my first, like, I must take some notes, but I end up sometimes just copying. And is this really the right way to go about this? Or should I like, what I try to do is just, rewrite it in my own, a bit change it so it's a bit me. But what if I just say it in a, like, I will miss some critical information. For example, when I wrote it, that the count and the way we were using the counting was actually like not practical in a real life situation, and you should use len, and that was confusing to me. It still is, and I don't know. Maybe you should just shut up, little brain, and just focus. So it takes a list of strings and concatenates the elements. Join is a string method, so you have to invoke it on the delimiter and pass the list as a parameter. It is delimiter, parameter, fuck you. Yeah, but delimiter is like optional argument called a delimiter. Okay, so an optional argument. What? No. Yes. Optional argument delimiter, called the delimiter. But it looks like a variable, no? I mean, whatever. Anyway, so an optional delimiter is a variable which you can use. And here, how did we use it here actually? Join is so the inverse of split here. Takes a list of strings and concatenates the elements. Join is a string method, so you have to invoke it on the delimiter and pass the list as a parameter. It's a string method. So string method, we always use the string and then dot and join, right? This is how we use it. However, here, this is split is not a string method. It's a function, I guess. So the way we call it is different, right? So check the difference here. String methods are variable name or string dot join or dot method. And this is a function here. See, so already we can see the difference, right? This is not something we knew before. This is something which we now, if we really try to focus, then we all already get the difference. And this is something. Pat yourself on the back. Okay. Join is the inverse of split. It concatenates. No, I mean, I would be really happy. Like, I want to continue because there were some days 2 weeks ago maybe when I was so hooked on solving some issue in the exercises or testing that I wanted to take my laptop to a party, sit and code. And I was actually hyped. Like, I can do this. I can do this. And I mean, I think, when if it wouldn't confuse me so much, if I would actually be to this part where it's like just, okay, it's challenging, but I don't get frustrated and I'm trying to think and then I solve. If I could see actual problems being solved with these tools, and it would be, I could really see the fun. Like, I could really see that I'm invested and wow, this is so cool. It's definitely more cool than, I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say, but definitely more cool than this. So this is why we need to understand the purpose. We are doing this also because potentially can be something cool and interesting, which is gonna be your main job. It's just like, isn't something you wish to change, huh? So okay, let's continue. So it's a string method. You have to call it with string method. With string dot method, and it will concatenates the elements. Oh, this is also something frustrating that happened during the week. I started to second guess my ability to type. Jesus Christ! Like, my right hand was like, man, this is not functioning as I want to. Like, I think too much about what I press, and it wasn't like this is something. I mean, I still improved like, I'm still in the process of actually switching to 10-finger typing, but yeah, some days, some afternoons, it was really, really uncomfortable. You have to invoke it under there and pass the list as a parameter. Yes, that's it. So this is something we should really write down, right? Because it feels so convolutedly explained, but it only means that you invoke it. This is, you invoke. What is your pen? Where is your book? It's in my backpack. But yeah, remember, can I write on this? Invoke. See, this shit is invoking here. And the delimiter is here. But the delimiter can be named everything else. Doesn't matter. You invoke. Okay, all clear. All clear. In this case, the delimiter is a space character, so join puts a space between words. To concatenate strings without spaces, you can use the empty string as a delimiter. La 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 da da dan 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 da da dan 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 da da dan 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 da da dan do 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 dan 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 da da dan dan dan. Okay, so I'm gonna make something fun here. Waking pining for the fjords. Grind your fingers to the bone. Oh, yes, of course, I know I'm stupid. I'm so sorry. I know nobody's watching, but what do you guys think about the new The Silent Hill short message? I watched a little bit of gameplay from Avalanche, a little bit, and I mean, I don't want to be too critical about it because I'm actually not like I was. I know it's something that's never gonna come back. Yeah, I just feel like it's being used. The IP is being used for like people who don't know, like they not. There is great power in subtlety. I don't speak English, and when the mental health like problems are in your face, it takes away from the like what it's supposed to be. What did I fuck up? Grind your fingers to the bone. Okay, I know. I think it's because I did this. Okay, but now I have to. Okay. Yeah, I understand the concept here, so let's just move on. In this case, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. Usually, when we are reading a file, we want to do something to the lines other than just printing the whole line. Often, we want to find the interesting lines and then parse the line to find some interesting part of the line. What if we wanted to print out of the day of the week from those lines that start with from? La 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 la. The split method is effective when faced with this kind of problem. We can write a small program that looks for lines where the line starts with from, split those lines, and then print out the third word in the line. For line in F hand, line equals line.rstrip. If The split method is very effective when faced with this kind of problem. We can write, okay, so if not line starts with from, continue. Word equals line.split to sat fry fry. Later we will learn increasingly sophisticated techniques for picking up the lines to work on and how we pull those lines apart to find the exact bit of information we are looking for. Cool. Yes, see, this is fine. Like, I think I really shouldn't. The whole idea which I just said, go, continue, you're gonna have a lot of questions, don't get too caught up. Continue, acknowledge when you learn something here, move on, and we can definitely repeat it from the beginning and go through again, and then if you really remember, or yeah. Okay, should I do this? So this is basically the same code I had, right? Exactly. But no, because we don't need Fred. Yeah, I have to fix this. I have to fix this code. This is not correct. This is not exercise 2. This was not what it was asked, right? I mean, it asked for an input, but you have to adjust this guy with the other shit. I need to go. I think that's the main problem. I don't go to gym. I got extremely like the whole week. I didn't do any exercise apart from helping my friend to move some stuff. And I got in a week past like this. I went to gym on Sunday, so that's the main thing. Like, don't be surprised if you're miserable if you don't go to gym. Anyway, focus, Gergely, focus. Fuck your ADHD. I'm just gonna repeat code. I'm practicing my typing way of that's nice. Oh, I was thinking about buying a good programmer keyboard, but this is not the priority now. Do I have to select the debugger again, bro? Later we will. Okay, yes. See, makes sense. I mean, I just copied this, so na 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 da 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 da. Okay, but how does it do it? Okay, I'm confused again. Okay, remember, let's recap. Open the file. It's opened. In handle, for line in f handle, line equals r strip. So we are removing the new lines and the shits, everything. This is for, and then if if the line doesn't start, with from continue. So now we are already hyper focused on the line. It has to be a from. And then words equals line dot split. So we're gonna split but we didn't use a delimiter here, right? So father child as split. Man, we are actually like misunderstood each other, I think. Yeah, because this is also a method. This is a string method. This is a string. This is all a string method. This is not a function. You were so confident, but no, this is us because we are calling it on a variable. Anyway, so but what? So it will split the from. What is the input anyway? Aha. Split those lines and then, okay, so here I am from, then I'm splitting it, but how do we end up on Saturday? Okay, so what if I just want to print the words itself? Ah, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, I think we should put this here as well. Zero, one, two. Can you remember what was the normal typing? Okay, I have to go back. Control Shift plus N. Basically, it creates a list, right? It creates a list. Could we say this? Is this true? Line that split. What would VS Code say if we ask? Return a list of strings. If we execute these assignment statements, we know that A and B both refer to a string, but we don't know whether they are referred to the same string. There are two possible states. Variables and object. In one case, A and B refer to two different objects that have the same value. In the second case, they refer to the same object. To check whether two variables refer to the same object, you can use the is operator. In this example, Python only created one string object and both A and B refer to it. But when you create two lists, you get two objects. In this case, we would say that two lists are equivalent. Say it out loud.
Equivalent, because they have the same elements, but not identical, because they are not the same object.
What the fuck? I just wanted you to read this one. Equivalent. Anyway. Because they have the same elements, but not identical, because they are not the same object. If two objects are identical, they are also equivalent. There was a inharmonic equivalence. Inharmonic equivalence. Anyway, because they have the same elements but nothing. If two objects are identical, they are also equivalent, but if they are equivalent, they are not necessarily identical. Until now, we have been using object and value interchangeably, but it is more precise to say that an object has a value. If you execute A equals 1, 2, 3, A refers to a list of objects whose value is a particular sequence of elements. If another list has the same elements, we would say it has the same value. We can go soon. At 12 we can go. Maybe we can make a tea. Let's make a tea break, please. So I will just press this button. See you guys in a bit. Fuck. So we are back, yeah. Here's my tea. I got for Christmas this awesome mug. Press start. Very, very, very serious period, stressful period. We're gonna downgrade. We have to move, and yeah, I'm checking a flat which is like half the size of this, and I have no idea. Like, I don't know how everything will fit. I think nothing will fit. And many things have to be let go, and it is what it is. I mean, the location is here. I don't have to go far. That's very nice. But yeah, let's see. I'm curious. I knew this day will come. Maybe I just wish if it wouldn't come now, because I'm just in the middle of this and it takes up a lot of space. Like, who wants to deal with this? Ideally, like that. Oh my God, the space of existence or roof is in question. Your days are numbered here. Like, who wants this? Is obviously, it's a stress. It's an unneeded stress. Like, you need to have a safe place where you can count on, and even if it's small, whatever, but that's the goal now. Hopefully it's gonna be ours, and then nobody's gonna tell us to fuck off. And then if you have a nice place, and I can just only focus on objects and values. Okay, yeah, I got it. I will try to narrow this. I will try to make this very easy. If you create two different, in one case, two different objects that have the same value, refer to the same objects. Okay. To check whether refer, you use the is operator. If you create two different objects that have the same value. So two different objects that have the same value. So a variable is also an object. If you create two variables, I guess variables and objects. See, so I don't know. To check whether two refer to the same object, use the. If you create two variables, Okay, I know why I'm stupid. I know, I'm sorry. We don't need to fight. Simple as motherfuckers. One mistake after another. Okay, in this case, we would say the two lists are equivalent because they have the same elements, but not identical because they are not the same objects. Until now, we have been using object and value interchangeably, but it is more precise to say that an object has a value. If you execute A refers to a list of objects whose value is particle sequence of element. If another list has the same elements, we would say it has the same value. God damn it. Okay. Okay. An object but it's not the same object. If A refers to an object and you're assigned B equals A, then both variables refer to the same object. The association of a variable with an object is called a reference. In this example, there are two references to the same object. An object with more than one reference has more than one name, so we say that the object is aliased. If the aliased object is mutable, changes made with one alias affected the other. Although this behavior can be useful, it is error prone. In general, it is safer to avoid aliasing when you are working with mutable objects. For immutable objects like strings, aliasing is not as much of a problem. In this example, it almost never makes a difference whether A and B refers to the same string or not. Excuse me. An object with more than one reference has more than one name, so we say that the object is aliased. An object with more than one reference has more than one name, so we say that the object is aliased. If the alias object mutable, changes made with one alias affect the other. Yeah. So for the last 3 days, I was on therapy on Tuesday, right? Exactly. And that was the first day when I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch the medication now to 36 milligrams of Concerta. And since then, basically every single day. Yeah, this is what we agreed on with the therapist, that like, hey, every day 10, let's fix at least this, and we're not gonna move from this like routine. And so yeah, it's been actually fifth day, and like I said previously, it's really like you have this peak in 1 hour after, and then you really have to start forcing yourself, like this feeling of hope. And yeah, it's just so suddenly it's gone. And it's, it doesn't have to like affect, like you can still just, okay, I'm still in control. That's the thing, I'm still in control. As long as you can say I'm in control, then nothing else should matter. And but anyway, with this, at least I do feel like I have the peak even after. So when it comes down, we have like at 4 it's horrible, between after lunch 4 around it's useless, and then ideally in the evening there's still some level of productivity. Not yesterday though, yesterday was absolutely rubbish. But I will try to continue with this and don't skip a day. Let's see. And but I have to go. I have to go today because of checking the flat. I wish I would be in a better mood. But anyway, so alias, it made sense. We know alias, we know the term from like that you can have an email alias. So yeah. So let's try that. We're gonna change the same. But I think that's confusing. We're just gonna say. Okay, so we got objects and values, parsing lines. That's it. That's what I say. Like every 1 hour, if 1 hour a day is is not like we don't really. Okay, stop being a negative piece of shit. I'm okay. I'm continuing. So what's the plan for today? So I'm going now to check the flat. By 1 I should be back easily. I'm gonna calculate the day in my head. Yeah. It's okay, we got this. We got this. Come back, cook something, continue.